Hi, welcome to Experience Cleveland County, a show all about the Cleveland County Chamber and our partners working together to bring you a better community to live, work, and play. This is a broadcast service of Cleveland Community College on C19 and brought to you by Time Warner Cable. I'm Jackie Sibley, your host, and today's guest is Dr. Heather Ellison with Chiropractic Physicians of the Carolinas.
That is correct.
All right. And you just opened a brand new office in Shelby. And where is that office located?
We are located at 513 South DeKalb Street.
Which is next to the post office?
We are right beside Richard Luptak's office, and we're about a block away from the post office.
In a brand new renovated building.
Yes, and we're very, very excited about it. So we have
beautiful.
Completely remodeled the facility, so it is very nice and exciting and new. So we're very, very excited about the new services that we have to offer there, as well as just the facility itself.
And what are some of the services that you offer? And some people may have never been to a chiropractor. So what are some services that a chiropractor office offers?
Well, we do manual manipulations, but we also, for patients who don't like to hear an adjustment or to hear that crunch or that pop, so to speak, we have a tool that's called an impulse adjuster, which is a hand tool that we can use to adjust a patient. And what an adjustment is, let me back up, is where we use our hands to adjust the spine. So any misalignments or restrictions where the spine is not moving properly, which creates muscle spasms or pain in the nervous system, we adjust that using our hands. So we can do that with our hands, or we can use the impulse adjuster that we have in our office to adjust the spine. We also have muscle stim units, which we use to work on the muscles, help relax the muscles. It desensitizes the nerves, relaxes the muscles, and it helps patients that have pain there. We have a decompression table that we're really, really excited about. It helps patients that have disc degeneration or disc bulges, disc deterioration, problems like that. We do it with the neck, the cervical spine, and we can also work on the lumbar spine. So that's a new service that we have. We also have an x-ray suite in-house, so we're able to provide x-rays with patients in-house. So if they need x-rays, depending on what their exam findings warrant, we can do that. We also have a new rehab room, so we're able to do therapeutic exercise with patients, which is really important to a lot of patients' care. So if, for me, patients need adjustments, but they also need to build on that, and for that I provide stretches and exercises as part of their regimen or their treatment plan. So we take and we put them on a course of treatment where they'll come in for adjustments and then therapies that we provide in our office, and then we'll show them the rehab room, and then we'll go over stretches and exercises there with them, and then we implement those stretches and exercises with them at home. We have an ultrasound machine as well, so that's a deep heat therapy that we do with patients. And then another technique that I'm certified in is Graston technique, which is something that I'm really excited about. And what Graston technique is, it is a pair of 6 stainless steel tools, and they're all shaped differently. But we target adhesions in the muscles, or knots, so to speak, that build up in the muscles. And we actually strip out those adhesions or knots in the muscles. And it sounds painful, but it's really not. A lot of patients view it as like a deep massage therapy type technique. And so we actually rub out those adhesions, or scar tissue is another way to view it. And people think scar tissue is only associated with surgeries, but actually we can treat patients prior to them needing to have to go to surgery. So it's beneficial for conditions like carpal tunnel syndrome, or plantar fasciitis, or any type of tendonitis, shoulder rotator cuff syndrome, knee pain, hip pain, all those type of conditions. And then we follow that up with a special tape called kinesio tape. And I don't know if you watched any of the Olympics, but a lot of that bright colored tape that the Olympians wore is kinesio tape, and it's just a special type of tape that we can use to provide some stability but also allow that patient flexibility so that they still have range of motion in those joints or that area of problem.
So just a little extra support, but not quite a brace.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
So there's a few of the services that we provide at our office that we're really, really excited about that patients seem to benefit really, really well from. So
now, of course, it's sort of a given. If you've been in an accident, you should definitely be checked out just to make sure there's nothing going on with the head and neck. But there's other things that a chiropractor can do. There's other care that you offer. What are some of those? Who should see a chiropractor?
I think everyone should see a chiropractor, from your infants to your elderly. For some of the treatments that I talked about earlier, but I see a lot of children in my office. I see them for conditions such as ear infections. A lot of moms and dads don't realize that ear infections a lot of times are viral in nature. So if they go to their pediatrician, a lot of times antibiotics aren't going to help, that condition if it is a viral case. When children develop, their ear canals change over a course of time. They start out being horizontal in nature, and then they start to grow vertically. So if fluid or buildup get in there, it's just going to stay there, and then it's going to fester and turn into an infection. So if there's any subluxations, which is what I treat, in the upper cervical spine, it will add extra pressure to the ear area. So that's how we provide treatment to children with ear infections, and it's very, very gentle. It's not the way that I would adjust you, Jackie. It's a much different type technique that we would use with children. But we would adjust their upper cervical spine, and then that would allow that ear canal to drain, and then the body to treat that infection, where the antibiotic wouldn't help anyways, Then we treat a lot of athletes in our office. Like I said, we have a full rehab room, so we do a lot with that, and the Graston technique has been very, very beneficial for those athletes, along with the kinesio tape and then the therapeutic exercise rehabs that we do with them. And then we have a lot of elderly patients that we treat, and then we use the impulse adjuster with them, especially if they're osteoporotic. We take x-rays and we see what needs to be done with that patient. And then we have a lot of personal injury patients that we treat, and we advise them if they need an attorney. We have a lot of attorneys on hand that we can refer them to should they need, based on their case, what attorneys would be best suited for them. So I think everyone could benefit from chiropractic care, and in any way that we can help, we'd be happy to provide a consultation for them and see if we are helpful for them, or if we can get them somewhere that would be more beneficial for them.
And most insurance pays for chiropractic care now.
Yes, we have had some struggles along the way, but now insurance does cover chiropractic care. And we are in network with all major carriers, so we accept all insurance types. And if not, you can call our office, and we'll be happy to call and verify to see if we are in network, or we accept your insurance, or if your insurance is covered by our plans. But typically, we cover all insurance carriers, or we're in network with all insurance carriers.
So it's really pretty easy to come in. And people can come in and just meet you and tour the facility and see, is this really what I want to do, and ask questions and learn more about chiropractic care as well.
Absolutely. We're excited to invite anybody in and give them a tour and explain, and if they have any questions, answer any questions that they might have, or any reservations that we can tell them about, to kind of put them at ease with chiropractic care and anything like that. So absolutely. And we offer a lot of same-day appointments, so if a patient needs to call and get in, we try to accommodate that. So we don't want patients to be in pain. That's right.
To suffer very long.
Yes.
So what kind of things do you do with infants? How do infants benefit from chiropractic care?
Well, I talked briefly about the ear infections. Another thing that we treat a lot is GERD, which is or colic, or patients have really bad gastric reflux. So we talk to parents about adjusting the mid back or the upper back, And we typically can do that with our hands, and again, it's just we use our little pinky fingers to adjust
Very
infants.
gentle.
Or we can use the impulse adjuster, just like we do with the elderly patients, or anybody who doesn't want to hear that pop or that crack. And it's just a very gentle, mild impulse into the spine to adjust that region. And then that gets pressure off the nerve, which is the interference of what's creating that imbalance. And patients, the infants, seem to respond really, really well to it.
And a lot of people do have, well, I don't want my neck cracked. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But there are alternatives. I'm that person that
Absolutely.
likes to have it because it's just such an instant relief.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that some people, that's their big fears. I don't want anybody cracking my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people try it on their own. You should not do that.
No, you should absolutely not do that. And let me just give a brief explanation why it's not good. It's not that chiropractors don't want people doing it because they want to be the ones to adjust you. It's more because as you adjust your own neck, chiropractors are trained to feel tension or joint play in your neck. And so when you're forcing your neck into that or past that, you can't feel that joint play yourself. So you end up stretching out the ligaments and the stability in your neck and the muscles in your neck. So when you do that, then you're stretching the support structures that protect and guard your neck from any type of trauma and that type of thing. So that's why it's not good for
You could
patients.
actually be creating more trauma doing it yourself.
And then setting yourself up for degeneration or arthritis later on down the road. So back to, I'm sorry, I get off on tangents. So back to your question. What was your question?
It was, no, I've forgotten what my
Okay.
question was. It was about people who are fearful of hearing that pop. And,
Yes.
and
So we do offer the impulse adjuster, and it does very much the same thing. It puts impulse or motion into the joint, and that's basically the goal of chiropractic care, is to restore balance and to put motion into the joint and flexibility into the joint to slow down the degenerative process or the arthritic process, so to speak. To keep a joint healthy, you have to keep flexibility into that joint or motion in that joint, because that keeps blood and nutrients and restores the health of that joint. So if things get fixated, which is what a lot of chiropractors are treating, that joint that is fixated, that joint is not getting the proper nutrients that it needs to stay healthy, so it starts to wear down. What I explain to my patients is, think about your body like tires on a car. You have to go get your tires rotated and balanced and aligned, right? If you don't, then the tread on those tires wear down. Well, the same thing happens in your body. If your body's not aligned properly and it's not functioning properly, then it's going to wear down much like your tires. So that's what we're doing, is we're just restoring that motion and aligning your spine, just like you're aligning your tires when you go and get those rotated and aligned. And so we're keeping that joint healthy, keeping it in motion. And that's why the supporting stretches and exercises that I provide for patients are so important, because I don't want them to be dependent on me. I want them to be self-sufficient. So they can do those stretches and exercises to maintain themselves and keep them stable and strong.
Okay, well, we are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and learn even more about chiropractic care here in Shelby, North Carolina. We'll see you again in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Tim Foster from C19 TV.
I'm Chris Norman from ShelbyInfoRadio.com.
And I'm Rob Root from KTCBroadcasting.com. Join us for our 12th season of Armchair Quarterback on C19 TV. 2013 was an exciting year, with Shelby winning the 2A state championship and Crest winning a 3AA West title. What's in store on the gridiron in 2014? Each week we take a look at all 4 Cleveland County High School football teams. Conference foes Burns, Crest, Shelby, and Kings Mountain. We will look at what happened the week before and look ahead at what's coming up this week.
We will also discuss SEC, ACC, and Gardner-Webb football.
And of course, the NFL and those Carolina Panthers. Don't miss another great season of Armchair Quarterback right here on C19 TV.
A couple things I would want people to know about the GED program is that once you attain the age of 18, you're available to come. The staff is very nice and they help you out. And if you're not on that level, they'll put you in the ABE classes to get you on the right level. And once I graduated from the program, I felt like I have accomplished a lot. I'm on my way to the next level. And Mainly I'll get there if I keep going at the pace I'm going now.
Experience the power of art at the Cleveland County Arts Council. It's all here. Exhibits, workshops, classes, lectures, and all kinds of special programs. And by sponsoring such events as the Reel to Reel International Film Festival and the Art of Sound Festivals, the Cleveland County Arts Council has a commitment to bringing art in all its infinite variety to the people of Cleveland County. And you are the one to keep it all going. Make art happen. Support the Cleveland County Arts Council.
One of the great things about movies is how many different types of movies get made. We try to cover all of that on Meet Me at the Movies. Unfortunately, I'm hampered somewhat by the fact that Inslee's taste is just awful.
What do you mean my taste is just awful?
Just because I enjoy a movie that you can watch in less than 5 hours and doesn't have subtitles for languages that don't even really exist.
The Japanese so totally exist. Anytime it's black and white, your eyes roll back in your head.
You know the reason he doesn't like 3D? He just can't handle things flying at his face, which he's about to find out about once those cameras go off.
Welcome back to Experience Cleveland County. I'm your host, Jackie Sibley with the Cleveland County Chamber, and our partner today is Dr. Heather Ellison with Chiropractic Physicians of the Carolinas.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is. But it's a brand new office in Shelby. But you just celebrated some holiday activities and did some things right off the bat to benefit the community. Tell me about some of the things that you did.
We are very excited about partaking in community involvement and just raising awareness for underprivileged children to start off with. My husband and I have been very, very involved with Toys for Tots over the last several years, so we were excited to be able to bring back. So we did a big event, a Toys for Tots drive, where we brought in Santa Claus to take pictures with just other children, where they brought in toys for the Tots of Cleveland County, and then a few other counties in this area, but mainly for Cleveland County. And to bring in, they brought in toy, and they got to take a picture with Santa, and they had milk and cookies and hot chocolate. And then they also got to partake in arts and crafts while they were waiting for their photos to be done with Santa. So it was just a great event. We had a great turnout, and we raised a ton of toys to give back to our community. So we couldn't be more pleased with how that event took place.
And everybody should prepare for that again next year.
Yes, absolutely. This was our first annual event, but we're going to do it every year following. So be on the lookout next year that we're going to have the same event.
And you plan to do several things throughout the year to invite the community in.
Yeah, so be on the lookout on our Facebook page. You can see all the events that we're going to have coming up. And each month we try to do something different to give back to our community here in Cleveland County. And you can join us on our website as well. Those type of events will be posted, and that is chiropracticphysiciansshelby.com.
That's a mouthful too.
It is.
But with Google, people can find it.
That's correct.
So it will be fine.
Absolutely.
And people can also put events on, and I encourage our observers to always go to clevelandcountyevents.com. It is the website for our calendar of events throughout the county, and that is linked to our media websites. It is linked to city and county websites, as well as the chamber and our tourism website. And clevelandcountyevents.com is a place where you can go and see everything that's going on in the community, but you can also enter your own events, whether it's a small event that your organization is doing or a large festival. You can submit those events on clevelandcountyevents.com, and they will be approved and put up, and that way we have a great calendar of events for the whole county. And people can go there and compare to make sure that you're not scheduling your event on top of someone else's, or that you're doing something complementary to what's going on. But another good place to look for events and things coming on.
That is good to know.
We always welcome our chamber members to participate in that, so that we know everything that's going on.
Well, I have had a warm welcome from the chamber. I couldn't be more appreciative from the welcome that I've had from the chamber. We actually just had a business after hours and a ribbon cutting with the chamber a couple weeks ago, and they were very, very welcoming to us. So I am here.
And those are always fun, and that's a great chamber networking opportunity to get to know all of the other members in the chamber and get to know a little bit more about what they do, and they get to know more about what you do, and to tour your facility.
Right,
So,
to invite them in and show them, you know, your facility and what you do, and then you can answer any questions that they might have, you know, because some patients just and people just don't know, you know, about your business or what it is that
and
you do.
I know that chiropractic care is becoming a lot more mainstream than it used to be.
It is.
But there's still that sect out there that just doesn't know the benefits of chiropractic care, and that you can really avoid taking a lot of medications
Yes.
if you choose chiropractic care as an alternative. Not that they won't need to be on medication at some point, but you can really avoid some of that.
You can. There's lots of studies that show that, unfortunately, lower back pain is one of the top disabilities for people under 45 years of age. But that with chiropractic care, they were able to come off a lot of their medications and things like that. So. We are becoming a lot more mainstream, and we are working with co-managing with a lot of medical doctors. They are seeing the benefits of chiropractic. So we've just been very, very fortunate and just welcomed into the
And you
community.
can even slow some processes for degenerative conditions or arthritis through chiropractic care.
Absolutely. That old wives' tale that your grandmother used to tell you, where if you pop your knuckles, it's going to give you arthritis, is absolutely false. It's actually the reverse of that, because that's what we're actually doing as chiropractors, is we are moving the joints. And that popping sound that you actually hear is just fluid and gas that have built up in the joints. So as we move and stretch those joints, it releases that, and that's the sound that you're actually hearing. But it actually does slow down the degenerative effects of arthritis. So yes, to answer your question,
Stay
absolutely.
active much longer. if
Yes,
regular
you
care.
can stay much active much longer with regular chiropractic care.
And with the follow-up exercises to keep everything where it's
Absolutely,
supposed
because
to
that's
be.
what's going to stabilize everything. So it is definitely a two-phase course of treatment, and so with patients that do their things at home are going to do much better. But yes, it's going to take the combination between the two to get you better and keep you better.
And there's some more things with the spine besides just back pain. I know that personally, my sinuses have been cleared by coming in and getting an adjustment, or a lot of headache relief. So there's some other conditions. It may not just be back pain, but some other conditions that people can come in for chiropractic care
We've
for.
seen a lot of improvement with hypertension, bringing down your blood pressure with chiropractic care. Absolutely, getting your sinuses, allergies. Patients tend to get a boost in their immune system. So with this seasonal weather changes, if you want to boost in your immune system, it might be worth coming in and getting an adjustment. We've seen all kinds of things change place. Patients who have, like I said, with children, irritable bowel or gastric reflux have done really, really well with chiropractic care. So all kinds of conditions have gotten better. Now, I can't say I'm going to adjust this level of your spine and I'm going to get this result, but we have seen just whole body patients getting better and different effects with their overall health and adjusting their spine and just getting them better, because your body heals itself.
And there's a learning process I know when you're in the office, you don't just sit and wait. There's some educational material about the amount of water you should be drinking, meditation and relaxation, and there's more education about your health than just chiropractic care.
Every way I can target patients with education, I do. We have videos in our office. We have handouts in our office. Education is so important because patients just don't know, and if you can't get that message out there, they don't understand, which is why I was so excited to come here today and be able to talk with you. But yes, water is very, very important because it not only hydrates your body and your cells, but it hydrates your joints. So it helps kind of refuel and replenish any dehydration that may take place. So it is very, very key to an overall health and your well-being. And it also detoxifies any bad stuff that you need to get out of those cells and in your joints.
Which also boosts your metabolism and your
Correct.
immune system and
Correct.
helps get
Correct.
everything.
And
all
stress,
balanced
you want to
out.
get your stress down because that's going to help your overall well-being as well. So stretches and exercises are going to increase endorphins, which is going to help with your overall intake with stress as well. And adjustments also help boost.
Keep everything,
Yes.
keep everything flowing correctly.
That is correct. That is correct.
Well, Heather, I thank you so much for being on the show and for educating us about the importance of chiropractic care and who can benefit from that. And it's really everybody can benefit
well,
from that.
thank you for having me. And I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And I want to wish all of our watchers a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Don't forget about all of the things that are going on. There are still carriage rides in Uptown Shelby, and the lights are on. There were some special tours and openings of the Banker's House. If you haven't been to tour that historic home, it is available for tours on weekends, I believe on Friday nights. And you can always go to clevelandcountyevents.com and find out all the holiday activities, all the places Santa's going to be, and all the places that you can have hot chocolate and roast marshmallows and all the fun holiday things that we do. We'll see you again next time on Experience Cleveland County.